Alright, good morning. I'm heading out today for a solo turkey hunt. Today is April the 21st. It's the 5th day of the Upper Peninsula of Michigan turkey season. Currently, it's 5:33. We're driving out. Got about a half-hour drive to get out to the property I'm hunting. I got permission to hunt a chunk of private land. There's a good number of birds around. I hunted this past Saturday and Sunday, the first 2 days of the season. I saw a bunch of birds, had some jakes and hens close by, and there's some toms around, but none quite came into range. So seems like there's this one tom that's all by himself that comes cruising through like an hour and a half after daylight. So he's acting kind of weird. He doesn't like strut or anything or gobble really. He's just cruising through. So today I'm gonna try and set up for him, and then there's also a bigger flock of toms and some hens around that's got like 5 or 6 toms in it. So we'll see where they're roosted today. But yeah, the truck says it's 21 degrees out this morning, so it'll be a cold one. Probably won't hunt super long, but we'll see what happens. I'll see you guys out there. Alright, I just made it to the property. It's 5:57. The truck was just reading it's 20 degrees out, so pretty chilly morning. Anyways, it's just getting light, as you can probably see behind me out the window. So shooting light is 6:30 this morning. Birds probably won't fly down until closer to 6:45 or 7, based on what they did the other day. But anyways, we're gonna sneak down into the pine trees here and get set up. Like I said, I'm by myself today, solo hunt, so might not have the best footage of anything, but I got a GoPro on my gun. Hopefully that behaves in the cold weather. We'll see. Sometimes they act a little finicky. So yeah, we'll see what happens, and hopefully we can get a bird today. Alright, here he is. Shot him like right after they flew down. They're actually roosted back behind me about probably only like 100 yards. I had no idea that they were going to be roosted there. I was listening to birds gobble like as soon as it started getting light on the back side of the property, probably 300 yards away. Didn't hear anything gobbling close, which I was like, you know, it's whatever. Not sure if this was the bird that I'd been kind of patterning. I feel like it was. He ended up being with 4 other hens, which he wasn't with the last couple times I saw him, but he acted the same way. He never gobbled on the roost. I could hear hens flying down, and I saw some fly down just right over here on the edge of these pines in this clear cut. And I was just watching them through the trees, and then all of a sudden I saw a big black blob. I'm like, holy cow. And I'm like, that's a tom strutting. I could see him through the trees. And then they started working to my right over here. I was just sitting right behind the camera. And they started working over here to the right. And there's this little ditch. And I felt like they might follow that ditch up. And I'm like, man, I don't know if I'm going to see them. And then they're acting kind of skittish. And they ended up going back to the left. I could see them through the pine trees. I think there's like a porcupine over there that was kind of scaring them. So they looped around to the left, which was kind of ended up being good. And then all of a sudden I saw this turkey come out in front of me out of like the thick pine trees on the ground. And I turned my GoPro on. I just thought it was a hen. And it's coming pretty much right at me. And I was looking at it and I'm like, man, that looks big for a hen. I'm watching it. I'm like, maybe they're jakes. Or like maybe that bird was a jake out front. And I'm looking at it. And then all of a sudden I swear I see this beard dangling down. And I'm like, is that a tom? And then I see the couple turkeys come up behind it, and those are hens. And sure enough, it was the tom out front. And he just kept coming, and I repositioned a little bit, and I had my GoPro recording. And then he like strutted once, and I'm like, holy cow. And he was coming, and I just let him keep coming. And then he was kind of off to my left at about 40 yards. And I had a decoy set up like right behind me here. And he saw that, and he went in a strut, and I called a little bit. And then bang, dropped him. Never gobbled once. So that's crazy. So let's take a look at him here. Not the longest beard in the world, but probably like a good 8 inches. It's like a really chubby looking bird. He's got a smaller fan, big body, decent spurs. Looks like a 3-year-old bird. So, yeah. You can tell he's been strutting a little bit. His wingtips are all worn down, all flattened off, so nice.